Hello and welcome back to the Coaster Diaries. Today we are here in Liseberg in Gothenburg, Sweden, and we are so excited to get on a number of rides such as Valkyria and of course Helix.
So yeah, very looking forward to getting in this park today. Came over on Ryanair flight this morning, then got the bus from the airport to Gothenburg city centre, and we've just been having a wander around because the park opens 1 till 10 tonight.
1 till 10, yeah.
So yeah, really nice easy journey here, very easy in fact. So yeah, now we're here on this overcast day, so not too hot, not too cold.
Yeah, perfect temperature I would say for riding.
Yeah, perfect temperature for riding. So we're going to have a nose around the park, I think, take it a bit slower today, and yeah, try out some of these world-class attractions that we've never been on before. And
I'll put some clips in of sort of when we're walking around. I mean, so far the park looks great in terms of just the landscaping. It's like just really impressive, but we haven't even seen half of it. Yeah, it's literally just the
entranceway. So
but you can see here kind of all this detail, and it's just it's lovely. So yeah, we'll see you when we do our first ride, I suppose.
we've just done 3 rides on Valkyria. 1 at the back, first ride. Was a little bit underwhelmed at first on the back. The drop didn't feel, you felt quite far back from the drop.
I think the thing is, after going on Oblivion and that drop being so intense, I think seeing how intimidating this looks off ride, we were thinking that the drop was going to be really scary, but it actually was quite slow. But it still packs a punch, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then we went back round and thought, okay, we're going to get front row, and front row was a far better experience. Like literally, like jumped up in my ranking, considerably. So we did 2 rides on the front.
Yeah, we did 2 rides, and it holds you there like properly over the drop for about 4 seconds, which is actually really cool to experience.
And of course, the only other dive because we've done is Oblivion. I do still think Oblivion is better than this, for the pure fact that the drop is just so much more forceful.
Yeah.
However, there's something, I said to Elle, it's almost relaxing up there. Sorry about the camera work, it's very, very busy on this bridge. It's almost a relaxing ride rather than an intense ride.
Yeah.
I don't think, on the second time round, I still don't think that drop was that forceful, personally.
No.
Oblivion really shook me up.
It was more just, but I feel like you can appreciate the drop.
Just gone down the drop, you're going to see it come round in a minute. Here she comes.
I think it's a great ride. It's a front row ride, but still a great addition to the park. And we're really loving this park. It's really friendly, really clean, and the landscape. It's in a city, but you wouldn't think so.
No, and just as we were about to film this clip, we had like the camera up ready to go, and one of the workers actually walked past and was like, "Oh, do you want a photo?"
Yeah.
So we just had a photo, which we'll probably use for the fun now for this,
yeah,
in front of Valkyria. She just came up and asked, and yeah, really friendly, really good. Valkyria was a great ride. Onwards and upwards.
Yeah, let's go.
Slow start. Oh.
So we just come off our rides there on the flume ride and the rapids, and both were very good. I really enjoyed the flume ride especially. It got a little bit wet on the rapids, on the bump, so it looks like I've wet myself a little bit, but I mean, who cares?
Mine's the opposite. I was at the front of the log flume, got soaked on the log flume, I've dried off quickly because it's so hot, and on the rapids I was alright. But I will say, Though not as good as the rapids in Fantasyland, definitely the second best rapids we've ever been on. There was overtakes going on in there.
Yeah, the boats were like going like that, weaving in between.
The one behind us overtook us right at the start and bumped us out of the way, and then after that, later on, we then overtook them again at the end section. But yeah, absolute craziness. We were on there with like 4 other girls. They were screaming, having a great time. Really enjoyed that rapids. Really enjoyed the log flume.
Could definitely get on both of them again. So,
Yeah, just adding to the credit of this park at the moment.
yeah,
So
nothing bad to say at the moment.
no,
So.
we'll see you on the next ride.
Let's go. Men jag ser ju inte. Kalle sa han bara, du kommer se jätte... So you've just seen a POV, the only POV we've ever filmed of the dark ride here at Liseberg with the rabbit. I think it's their mascot.
No idea how to say the name, so that's why we're just saying the dark ride.
Don't want to butcher it, so there we go. And it was great.
Brilliant.
Really good. The ride vehicle kept moving to each of the scenes, which in a dark ride you don't often see it, do you?
Yeah, I mean they become more common now, but it's like it's on a track as well, so I wasn't expecting it to spin around. Loads of animatronics, loads of theming, loads of stuff going on. I didn't have a clue what was going on,
no,
but I liked it either way.
Yeah, it was still really good and a great addition to the park. It's a little bit hidden, not very easy to spot where it is, and if we hadn't watched videos on the park, I don't know if we'd have known it was here or what it was. So that's one thing I would say, but it's a great addition and we really enjoyed it.
The whole area is really well themed as well. Putting a couple of shots, I'm sure, before or after this clip.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely brilliant kids area, brilliant dark ride, adds to an already amazing park.
Yeah, and now we're gonna get on Helix again.
Filming it.
Sorry, toilets.
Not bad thing. Whoa, look at that. Those are cool.
So we're just coming to Max for some food. Jack's got a cheeseburger meal and I got a chicken burger meal with a Fanta Exotic. Never tried that before. It came to about £15, so not bad at all for 2 meals at a theme park. Let's give it a go. We've been caught in some serious rain. This seems to be a Swedish thing. It's 1 minute it's really hot and sunny and the next minute it's chucking it down.
It's not great, is it? It's out of nowhere.
Yeah. What does one do in Liseberg when it's raining? Please enlighten us. Because at the moment we're just walking to the coasters because they're the best thing here.
Yeah, and can't find the entrance.
This is the new Luna Park area. It looks lovely. It's a bit rainy, but it does mean that you can see all the lights, which is quite nice. Some really nice theming. And Luna, which we're just about to go on now.
So we just had a very wet ride on the new Boomerang Coaster Luna. I say new, I think it's been open for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that because where it's on a hill, I really felt like we were really high up.
Yeah.
We were on the third car. And even on the third cart going backwards, it felt like we were quite high. Whipped around the transitions, and then when you got to the Smith Boomerang section where you come down, even on the third cart, it really felt like we had like almost like floater air time on there before we then came back down, whipped the transitions back into the station. The rain was a little bit painful on the face.
It potentially took away from the ride a little bit because as we were coming up, to then go back down again, I felt like I couldn't really see anything.
As you can see by the hair and the glasses.
Yeah, but nevertheless, I think it's a great addition to the park. Something a bit different being a Boomerang coaster, and a good one at that.
I feel like it pushes the boundary of like a kid's coaster. Like, it's obviously a kid's coaster, but like, I feel like as a kid I would have found that quite terrifying.
Yeah, and the like spike, I think you call it.
Yeah.
It's almost vertical, really, isn't it?
Especially if you're on that front car.
Yeah. So for a kid, I can imagine that. Like, even as an adult, before we sort of got into the big rides, I probably would have been a little bit intimidated by that. But yeah, I think great addition to the park. It is chucking it down, so I don't really know what we're going to do now.
Hibernate.
Yeah, hibernate or potentially be a bit crazy and go on Helix again, maybe.
Why not?
We'll see where it takes us. So we've come on the big wheel now to escape the rain, even though we were waiting in the rain for a little while. But look what they've got in here, so that you can de-steam.
I'll be washing windows. There we are, look at that lovely view out there.
It's still quite steamy, but there's a random dinosaur there, some cranes in the sky.
We're out of the rain.
And that's the main thing, we're out of the rain. And we're hoping by the time we come off it might stop raining. Let's hope with this aircon. Oh, it does come off quite promptly. So if anyone's really hot, just come in here because they've got aircon. Anyway, we'll see you when we eventually do our next ride.
Let me just clean that up for you so you can see beautiful Sweden, Gothenburg, in the rain. And our hotel is somewhere right over in that direction. I'm praying that by 10 o'clock this evening, this finally stops.
My glasses.
Another news though, apart from the fact that you can't really see... Oh yeah, look at that, that's made a world of difference.
There you go.
There you go,
There's, do that one as well.
There's a wet Liseberg from the top of the wheel. Enjoy, everyone.
Word of the day, Helix, or should I say ride of the day. What a ride that is. How many have we had on it?
5.
5.
We've had 2 back carts, not back rows, but back carts, which still counts. 2 front rows and a mid-train. So we started off the morning on a mid-train, I still really like the ride, but I was a little bit underwhelmed by it, to be honest with you. Anyway, we'll skip that. We went straight back round onto the back train, so the second to last row, if you like. That transformed the ride. Now, we're talking 10 o'clock this morning, just as the park opened as well.
Yeah.
The back ride transformed the ride. It was way more whippy, but still felt like it had a bit more warming up to do. Fast forward to further in the day, we got the front row and the back row, and it warmed up phenomenally, didn't it?
I mean, for me, 100% a front row ride. The back row was really good in terms of the whippiness, but I don't feel like the ride is really built on the speed. It's more built on the inversions, working with the landscaping, which, being on the front, you can see how it interacts with the landscape.
You can see when you come over the dips and stuff as well, it's like they feel way more impactful. And you get whipped over the back of them in the front, but at the back, sorry. But in the front, you kind of get pulled over them, which you get just so much air time on that ride, like way more than Valkyria.
Loads of it, and also quite a lot of hang time, which is really nice to have. And I think at the start of the day, we were saying to each other,
9 train's going up. You can hear that lift hill from a mile away.
Yeah.
That gives Hyperia a run for its money.
Yeah, that was. Wonder if I can get it going down.
One of the tallest rides in the park.
There it goes.
There she goes. Good junior coaster.
Yeah, really good. And there's the boomerang as well.
Oh, there's boomerang as well. And then here comes Helix as well.
That shows you.
Ride interactions is like the best part of this ride. It's like Blackpool on another level.
Yeah, it's great, and the weather's cheered up, so that's always a positive.
So let's just have a recap on Helix, going back to the original part of this clip. Definitely, I'd probably say top 5 for me.
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
And after the afternoon ride, because of the location, probably does go above Icon in my opinion.
Yeah, at the start, the first ride we got, we weren't sure. Now, 100%, definitely better than Icon.
But still, probably would say that Taron, for me, beats it because of the speed, because of the artificial theming and Klogheim and stuff. Even though it's been a couple of years since it's been on that ride, it's good. They're pumping these trains out every single ride. 2, 3 trains.
Look at that blue sky. Lovely.
Let me tell you did not see this at Fort Park earlier in the week. No. Anyone getting 2, 3 trains out this quickly, let me tell you.
No.
But yeah, Helix, phenomenal ride.
Great ride.
And we'll wrap up more towards the end of the day.
There it goes.
But even with the rain earlier, which halted progress, if you haven't been to Liseberg before, or you're interested in rides at all, get yourself down here. I'm confident to say it's the best theme park that we've been to. Personally, the rides are phenomenal, the atmosphere is phenomenal, the staff's friendly, just absolutely love it here.
Yeah, we said at about 3 o'clock today we'd only been in the park for 2 hours and we were already sad to leave, so I definitely think we'll be back here. It was easy to get to, really straightforward, great park. We'll definitely be back here.
So
yeah.
Next up, Boulder.
Yeah.
And for the second time, and which we'll get into in a bit, and Valkyria for the 4th time.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go and get more rides in.
I'm not one. So it's currently 9:30.
9:30.
We've got half an hour of rides left, but we thought we would update you on our thoughts of Boulder, which is a wooden coaster and a great one at that.
So we've done 2 back rows, a front row, and a 4th car, and we got some traffic. Obviously, easily back row ride.
Yeah.
Airtime machine.
So
what I will say, and I said this to Elle, first ride of the day, before we even warmed up, was probably the best one. And the second best ride was actually the one we had on the 4th train, rather than the last ride we just had on the back row.
I think it could be to do with there's 2 different trains on there.
Blue and red.
And one of them, I think it's the blue one, seemed to have a massive trim brake, actually multiple trim brakes, whereas the red one seemed alright, didn't it?
Yeah, and it just felt a lot faster, you got a lot more airtime, you got pushed up into those hills. And yeah, so we just spent the last hour and a half, I think, actually, since about 8. We literally just went Valkyria, Boulder, just backwards and forwards. We got about 3 rides on each. We've now done 4 front row rides on Valkyria, a 3rd row and a 2nd row. Obviously the front row is the best. But the 2nd row actually wasn't that bad.
No, it was still good. I mean, I was saying to Jack, the 3rd row is going to be the worst because you're not really going to get any more speed.
You don't see anything.
You don't see anything. So the 2nd row is actually better than the 3rd, surprisingly.
But of course, you can't beat a front row. We just had our last ride on there. The sun's set in.
Yeah.
Everything just looks golden everywhere. Now the sun's back out. Like, sharp contrast to what it was a couple of clips ago.
Yeah, you're probably thinking, is this another day? But no, it's the same day.
Same day, we're all dried up. But yeah, 2 fantastic rides there. Fantastic day at the park. And now we've got 30 minutes to basically just keep doing Helix over and over and over again.
Yeah.
See how many rides we can get into for 10 o'clock tonight.
Comment down below how many rides you think we're going to get. I'm thinking 4.
I was thinking 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, hopefully it's 4. But we'll catch you once we're off and out of the park.
like that, we are back in the hotel room. I say back, we've only just checked in.
Yeah, had 3 complimentary biscuits and apple juice and orange juice, so...
What more could you ask for? It's about 11 or so now. Left the park just after 10. And then it was about a 20-minute walk to the hotel. As I was saying, we raided their biscuits and apple juice before we came up and just sorted ourselves out. And now we're going to turn in for tonight. But we just thought we'd do a very chill, as you can see, overview of the day at Liseberg. Best day, I said, not just the best day I've had in the theme park, one of the best days I've had ever. It's just been so good, despite the rain that came in the morning and the afternoon.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's just been a fantastic day. I think we were 7 or 8 rides on Helix, 6 rides on Valkyria. I've not said that right. Valkyria. I don't know why I keep calling it that. 4 rides on Balder. 2 rides on the Boomerang. We got the train ride in. The water rides. That we've done so much, as well as just chilled out and like just enjoyed the park as well.
I think it's great the fact that it was open. 9 hours?
Yeah, 10.
It went very quickly, but I mean, we got a lot in, didn't we? Really.
1 till 10. Wasn't it?
1 till 10.
So yeah, and we really did make the most of it. The only negative thing I have, they shut the Helix queue line 3 minutes early, so we didn't get a 9th ride. But it is what it is. We still had, the last ride we had was we had 2 proper back rows to finish it off, and they were fantastic. Hands up the whole time, hang time galore, air time, just
with the sun setting.
Yeah, sun setting in the background. It was, doesn't get any better than that. And we actually had a ride on Valkyria with the sunset as well, and literally like, as you came to the stop, you could just see it in the distance before you had that drop down. Just a fantastic day. Really enjoyed not just the park, also enjoyed the staff were all really friendly. Operations were on point, and 3 trains and 2 trains on everything. We
didn't wait more than, I mean, there was probably 1 or 2 rides we waited 25 minutes for maybe, but all the rest of them easy sort of 10 15 minute waits, which is really good. You would not see that back in the UK.
No, I mean, we went to Fort Park on Tuesday and we got 7 rides in all day. We had 7 rides in on Helix alone.
Yeah.
Like, it just, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just the park hours, they don't need to be open that long, and it's just the atmosphere as well. People are just there having a good time. Like, it's obviously an amusement park rather than a theme park, but it really, I don't know,
it's
whole...
like a themed amusement park,
yeah.
isn't it? And everyone's so polite and friendly, and you don't, like, even like children, usually they're a bit annoying and things like that, but there, like, no one was annoying. No one was
arrogant, I think is the way. Like, no one was like really winding other people up or just being annoying in queue lines and stuff like that you can tend to get out of a park. No, everyone was just really polite, really friendly, just had the best day.
And also, every ride was open all day. There was no downtime on any ride that I could see.
No, we didn't see any closures. Everything was running around the whole day, all 10 hours, 9 hours, whatever it was open.
We didn't even see Helix testing either, did we?
No, it was literally 10 o'clock it was open away. And we were on like the second or third train, so absolutely brilliant. And there was still so much more to do. Like, we're into coasters in particular, and just the theme, we're not really into the flat rides, but of course you got all those. Low key. There was a couple other ones as well. You had the haunted maze that we didn't do. But like, we just focused on the stuff that we really liked and still had an absolutely fantastic day. So if you like roller coasters, if you like theme parks, if you like rides in general, if you like having good days, get yourself to Liseberg. It was so easy. Ryanair this morning, 1 bus, and we were there. And we've had an amazing day. We'll be heading back tomorrow. But before we end this part of the vlog, we thought we'd show you the merch that we got. Yeah. So Elle will hold up, and okay. I will.
This one I will show you when we're home and I've unwrapped it. But I got. So
edit it in.
It was very cheap.
It was like £2 something for a mug.
£1.50. Just butting in for the vlog clip here. This is the mug I bought, the Valkyria mug. I know it doesn't look like anything special, but it was £1.50, so I just had to.
Craziness.
We got a Valkyria fridge magnet there.
Because we absolutely loved that ride.
Yeah.
Wasn't ride of the day, but
we loved it. It was great, actually.
Yeah, well, I still preferred Helix.
Oh yeah, Helix.
But
100%.
we really did enjoy it, and we liked the fridge magnet. And then I got a
lovely bag,
which I can now take to theme parks as well. That was like £3 something. So all of this You relive with the grand total.
£8.
£8. £8. I mean, even the t-shirts were 15. The Hyperion ones on Tuesday were 33. It's double the price.
Yeah.
Like,
the only thing, obviously, we would have loved to get Helix merch, but it just wasn't on the level.
That's the only thing I would say. Like, they did have one cool Valkyria t-shirt, but all in all, the merch wasn't the best. Like, they didn't have that much.
Yeah.
But what they did have was cheap, and we still
That's
got a
what we
little
got.
lot. We don't really buy much from theme parks because it's normally too expensive. So there
It's
you
a
go.
win for us.
Absolute win. So tomorrow we're just going to explore the town a little bit more, like we did this morning before we went into the park. Before we head back, and we'll be back in the UK around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Pick up our little dog and chill out. But what an absolutely fantastic day. Best day I've had in a theme park. Best day, one of the best days of my life. Absolutely loved it here, and definitely will be back.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, thank you very much for this video. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like, comment below. If you've been to Liseberg or if you're planning a trip, we'd love to know. And of course, subscribe for more theme park videos coming to you very soon. But for now, we'll see you in the next one. See ya!
Bye.